I'm with Kerry, and she took part in the Sahara trek in March 2014. So Kerry, what was the best thing about taking on the trek?
Gosh, if I could name one thing, it was the whole experience. It was doing something for myself, as in pushing myself a little bit further than I thought I could. Obviously for the hospice and raising the money there, but it was something that I was going to do on my own. And I've always done things with others, and this was going to really stretch me personally. I thought it was a fantastic way to do this in a different country with all of the people I'd never met before until the first initial meeting. So meeting some really good friends for life, having that experience in a different country, and sleeping out into the stars. It was incredible. My brother-in-law was being cared for, and the whole family really getting support from the hospice during this time. And in previous years, really good friends of mine, their parents were here, my parents' friends have been here, so the hospice itself, I've seen firsthand the support and care it gives all the way through and after, and I feel really privileged to be able to fundraise for the hospice, because you've seen firsthand what the money does. So yeah, and it's more than that. It's a real special place that I know for our family. They can't sing the praises enough. So to be able to put something back and to keep the services and support going for other families, then yeah, always. Couple of things. Initially I wasn't sure what kind of bugs would be in the desert, but I was assured that there were only tiny little sand mites, and I was fine with that. I don't think anything else. I think I'd spoken to somebody, a friend who'd done something very similar, and I just prepared myself for the worst events. So I knew I was going to be trekking. I knew I'd be in the desert. I knew it'd be hot. So I just tried to get my mind into that mindset of what happens if I run out of water, what happens if there was a sandstorm. So I thought I'd mentally prepared myself for that. But the whole experience itself was out of this world, and it still stays with me now.
What did you gain out of the experience of taking on the Sahara trek?
I gained a lot of confidence in myself, being able to go into other situations when I was back in England, and felt more confident and not scared about trying something new. A huge thing came, and I'd say it's probably the biggest thing, was coming back to England and realising that I had a community, be it my work, my family, the street that I lived in, and realised that there was so much that I could be a part of in my own community. I just needed to go and find it, and so being able to feel empowered to help or volunteer, or it doesn't have to be big things, but I just felt that it made me feel very empowered and not helpless. So yeah, and being kind not only to yourself but being kind to others, and that could just be a smile, it could be holding the door for someone, it could just be saying hello, helping with shopping, all of those little things. I saw a lot over in Africa and in Morocco, Marrakesh. And it just made me really reflect on how I live my life and what we can do for each other. I come across the trek relatively late. It was advertised, but I sort of come across it in the December, and seeing how much I needed to raise between December and March was, it was a bit, oh, am I going to be able to do it? And yeah, I think speaking to others who fundraised before, a friend had done the London Marathon, so I was talking to her, I was talking to the guys at the hospice, the fundraising team at the hospice, which were fantastic, and it just made me feel that it was achievable, not to see it as one whole total, but just to see it as sort of bite-sized chunks, and to give yourself a timeline, and say, I want to achieve this by a certain amount of time, and these are the people who I'm going to have with me. Definitely couldn't do it on my own. So having your friends and family support in any which way that they can, and they will do. If you ask, they will help. And if not, they're not your friend. No, if you ask, they will help. And you just feel that you're doing it all together then, and the amount feels achievable. But if you do ever feel that it's not going that way, don't take it to heart, because there are struggles. I struggled, everyone struggles in fundraising, but when you've got a real purpose and you've got the support behind you, you can achieve it.